Hello and welcome to the Depressing World podcast, the most upbeat podcast on the internet, and I am your host, Zach. Let's just jump right into it.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
So, I was going to give you an update saying that I'm feeling pretty much A-okay at this point and I think everything's better and the infection is gone. However, just beforehand, I felt something in my throat, so I was like, well, okay, it's clearly a bit of mucus. Let's try and cough it up because then hopefully after it's gone, I'll be feeling better. Turns out it's really lodged in place. I can still feel it now, but I've vomited twice trying to get it out. Not like the ridiculous kind of vomiting where you like stick your finger down your throat and go like, ugh. I can't even do that, so for some reason don't have a gag reflex anymore. Like I can literally stick my finger, and this is a bit graphic of course, but I can literally stick my finger down the back of my throat and feel whatever it is at the back of my throat, like the flap that like separates between the lungs and like it covers the lungs so that no like food can go into the airway. I can feel that, I can touch that. Probably not a good idea to do it often because I imagine that would like risk some kind of infection and also just in general poking around stuff in your body. Seems like it'd be a good way to damage it, especially when it's tissue as sensitive as I'm presuming that's fin flap is. And as it's kept me alive for my entire life so far and stopped me from choking to death on a piece of steak or whatever it is I happen to be eating, I think I want to leave it in tip-top condition. It's annoying that I'm still ill though, because I've been doing pretty much everything I freaking can. Like anything you read on the internet, I've been doing. I've been steaming, I've been like inhaling steam, that's what I mean by steaming. I've been gargling salt water, I've been gargling apple cider vinegar, I've been swallowing apple cider vinegar, I've been using honey and whatever the hell they combine it with, I can't quite remember now. I think it's not honey and yogurt, because why would they use dairy? Because they think that dairy caused an increase in mucus production, which I've read is apparently not true. Who knows what's true anymore? Who knows? It seems like for everything that I read, I can read something equally as convincing that's a conflicting report, so I've just given up on knowing anything at this point. I've just decided that none of us know anything, and we're all idiots, and we should just live our own lives and stop trying to interfere with other people's lives. That's my life mentality. Hopefully it's yours too. If it is, cool, we can be friends. Here, come in for a hug. I'm going to hug the microphone now. See how this sounds? Oh, there you go. I don't even know if you heard that. I might have just sounded like a weird guy just talking about hugging his microphone. Probably. That's most likely what it was. But as far as physically is concerned, yeah, I haven't been feeling great still because for some reason I'm still not better. I did, in fact, I'm going to talk about exercise a little bit later. I want to talk about all my ailments first so we can get the depressing part out of the way to begin with. And I suppose exercise kind of feeds into the mental health issues because it's been helping cure them. I say mental health issues, that makes me sound like I'm insane and like I got bipolar or something. I don't. As far as I know, at least. But yeah, no, I've been doing everything. I've also been taking probiotics because I need probiotics anyway, or apparently I do. So I've got like probiotic yogurts, which apparently the combining of a yogurt is supposed to help neutralize the stomach acid so that more of the living bacteria can make it into the gut. And then because there's more good bacteria in the gut, it means that they outcompete the bad bacteria for the food source. So then there's only good bacteria and all the bad bacteria die off or decrease in number, and then it means that it's easier for the immune system to clear them up. All of this crap that just sounds like complete pseudoscience to me, but at the same time it allows me to have some hope, which is all I'm really searching for, because I just want to feel better. Like I've literally got a bowl of boiling hot water sitting in front of me as I record this podcast, which of course means that I'm incredibly uncomfortable because I'm sweating constantly because I'm constantly surrounded by bowls of hot water. Well, actually it's not that hot right now because I've opened my windows behind me because I was exercising before. Let's go on to the mental health issues then. So I've been feeling like crap recently because for those of you who know, we are in the summer holidays. I finished on like the 20th something of June and it's currently the 9th of July, I think. I think that's accurate. So yeah, I've been off for like, I think it would be 2 weeks now. I think I would have finished on, Friday the 23rd I would have finished. So I've been off for over 2 weeks. I've been off for freaking hell, I've been off for 16 days at this point, which may be like whoa, that's quite a while, but then you realize that I've got 7, 24, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, oh Jesus Christ, 52, 59, 61 days left, and I've been off for a grand total of 16. That's just painful, but my mental health falls off a cliff because I'm an attention seeker. That's a fun fact about me. I just am, apparently. And so I like attention from people, but it's harder to get attention from people when you're not seeing people 8.5 hours or however long school. Actually, no, so let me think about how long it would work out for. So I would get to school at 9, from 8:30 until about 5 every day. I would be with somebody. So from 8:30 until 5. So let me work that out. Yeah, it would be like 8.5 hours. Okay, cool. And then that all just disappears, and then it's much harder because then I have to make an effort to go and see people, and so my mental health takes a decline because I thus see less of people because I'm not going out every day because I don't have an unlimited supply of money and things to do. So it means my mental health takes a decline, and in doing so, I feel like trash. And when I feel like trash, I don't want to do anything. And so, as you can see, it's a vicious cycle because it's like, oh, I feel bad, so I don't want to do anything. But then the only thing that would make me feel better is doing something. But then doing something, I don't want to go and see anyone because I'm like, well, I feel like crap. So if I feel like crap, then maybe I'll just rub off on them, and then they'll feel bad, and they'll be like, well, I don't want to see him because then he makes me feel bad, and then it's less harder for me to. You get the point here. You get the general flow. So I've been doing stuff that makes me feel better for the past, like, 12 hours. Like, literally, I started today. I've just been messaging people a little bit. I don't use social media a whole lot anymore. I check Messenger once an hour at most, and I just respond to messages and then leave. There's only 1 or 2 people who I will frequently respond to because they always respond. If somebody doesn't even always respond back to me within like 2 minutes of me messaging them, I put them on the like once an hour list because I'm such an attention seeker. I know this is terrible, but like if somebody doesn't immediately respond to me, then it just makes me feel like crap for the rest of the day because I'm like, they don't want to talk to you, they hate you, they're just like, well, I'm a friends with this person, and of course none of this makes sense, and I know it doesn't make sense, but my brain is a piece of shit who likes to screw me over and make me feel like trash all the time for some reason. So yeah, I have like 2 people who I will just immediately respond to whenever they message me, but anybody else, they get like the hour clock thing where it's like whenever I feel like checking it, I'll check it, but I don't go on it all the time because I find always being available just makes me feel worse, because then when you're not always talking to somebody, or at least in my head, I'm like, well, why does nobody want to talk to you? And it's like, because everybody is like, they all want to do shit like watch films in their houses and shit, and I'm just like, yeah, the way my brain functions and other people's brains function seems to differ. So basically it means that I'm screwed and I need to find a group of like-minded individuals, but clearly there's not many people like me because yeah, there's like 2 people I know who are like me. And they're the best. God, it's just like just feeling bad. But then, like I said, I've been doing stuff that makes me feel better. One thing that makes me feel better is music. I've been listening to a lot more upbeat music. Usually, when I listen to music, I listen to stuff like there's a band called The Pretty Reckless. They're probably my favorite band. I listen to them the most, but I haven't listened to them today because as much as I love their music doesn't always put me in the best of places. Like it's high energy. It's good. It's good for like waking you up. But if you already feel down, listening to like kind of rock and just depressing music in general makes you feel worse. So I've been listening to, guess what, Macklemore, because you know that's how things translate. I don't like most of his music. I like 3 of his songs at the moment. In fact, the only reason I actually came out listening to him is because one of his songs that he uploaded a few days ago was trending on YouTube, and so I started listening to it, and I was like, this is pretty cool. I like this. I could listen to this. I mean, it's not my favorite kind of music, but it makes me feel happy, and that's the entire goal right now. So I've been listening to Glorious, and then I've got Ceiling Can't Hold Us. I can't remember what else that's called. Ceiling, I think that's actually just what it's called. Ceiling Can't Hold Us. It Can't Hold Us. It Can't Hold Us, sorry. And also 10,000 Hours. Those are the 3 songs that I'm listening to. If you have any recommendations, then please let me know. That would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, no, I'm listening to that, which makes me feel happier and less. I'm a happier person, and also exercising more, because damn does exercise make me feel good. It just like, it makes me feel awake. Like I literally am. I want your guys' feedback. Do I like sound more like interesting, and are my thoughts flowing more freely, or at least am I just a better podcaster right now? Because I was just on the exercise bike about 15 minutes ago, so I kind of want to know if that like impacts how fun I am to listen to, because I think it probably does, because most of the time that I record this podcast, or every episode I've recorded before, it's been at like 9 o'clock in the evening. I've been tired. I haven't really been doing anything for the past few hours, so I've kind of been just, low energy. But I've just done the exercise bikes and I'm rather high energy, so I don't know, let me know. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick break and I will talk to you again in a moment. Crap, that failed. I was supposed to hit pause. Okay, so we are back after that mild interruption, and god damn, am I feeling high energy this evening for some reason. I'm probably going to do like 5 or so more minutes of this, but I just felt like talking because I must have recorded about 3 or 4 episodes of this, and each and every single time I have deleted them, just because 2 of them I was on the wrong microphone, or the microphone just didn't sound right. One of them was literally about 3 minutes long, and another one, I can't remember what happened to that one. I think it's just that I just haven't got around to uploading it. I probably lost the file at this point. Or I think it was that I closed without saving, so that I lost the audio file. Or the audio file will be saved somewhere. It's just that I can't be bothered going through to dig it up. I would rather just record another one. As far as this podcast is concerned, I think what I'm going to do is when I get more money, when I get money again, I'm going to pay for some Podbean hosting so that I can host the podcast on a website. And I'm going to upload like a high bitrate audio file there, because I think I can do a high bitrate audio file on Podbean than I can on YouTube. And then I'll probably just put the podcast on there too. And as far as dreams are concerned, I listen to a lot of podcasts personally. I listen to PKA, which isn't really, as far as production value is concerned, it isn't the highest. It's good, don't get me wrong. I'm not like firing shots here or anything, but it's just that it's not like the highest, it's not like the peak of podcast quality. But if I would like to try and emulate anything, well, not emulate, because that's basically another word for copy, at least on YouTube it is, as far as people are concerned, they'll call you out for copying if you got anything even vaguely like it. Like if you put like a big title in the middle of your like opening pan of your vlog, they're like, oh, you're just Casey Neistat copy, just crap like that. Like you'll get blamed for copying so easily. Copying is an issue though. I mean, if you're trying to do something creative, you should come up with your own style, but at the same time, there's come up with your own style, and then there's just, I mean, you can't accredit everything to somebody. You can't give, like, Casey wasn't the first person to use quick cut video and pan shots and stuff like that. Like, he might have been the first person to deploy it well in vlogging, but that doesn't mean that it's it's his style, and he's got a very specific style, more to do with his editing flow. But just like a similar sort of panning shot and stuff like that, that doesn't mean that you're copying him. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I wanted to try and one of my favorite podcasts at the moment is The Dick Show, and I would love, they have like a badass intro. Like I really like their intro, and I like how he screams at the end of it. He's like, hey, I think that's what he says. I can't remember. I haven't listened to it in about a week, but I would like to get something like that. Like, I don't know how I would get it, but I need to find either somebody I know who could do it for me, or I need to learn to do it myself, but I probably won't do that because it'd be terrible if I did it myself, or I need to find somebody who I can pay to do it for me. And the issue with stuff like that is that people are like, oh, just go on Fiverr and get it. I've used Fiverr for so many high budget things. Well, not high budget in regards to like what a 16-year-old be consider a high budget. I spent like £40 on a song for an intro for a YouTube channel I was going to do, and I got it back and it was crap. And I spent like another £20 like 2 years ago on channel art, and it was so clearly just a template that he had paid about £5 for, chucked my name in and sent back to me, and it was good quality, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact of how I'm paying, what I'm paying for when I pay for something like that, is that I'm paying for something that I consider to be personal and unique. So that while but then again, I suppose, I mean, you can't really expect that for only 20 quid or whatever. But what I want is, I just want it to be in some way unique so that you can't, because I imagine the channel art that he gave me, you could probably find like 10 different channels with the same channel art, because he's just got it saved as a template and he just chucks in someone's name and then sends it off. So I don't know. I need to find somebody good at making music, essentially. If anybody who's watching this, out of like the 5 people who are watching it, can make good music, then hit me up. I would greatly appreciate it. Email me or leave a comment down below and I'll hit you over my email. I'm very doubtful that anybody will, but if you can, then that would be pretty damn awesome, because I really need somebody, like, just go and listen to the Dick Show intro, and if you think, yeah, I could do something like that, then hit me up, because I would greatly appreciate it. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for something an intro for a podcast that's like similar to his in length and in like intensity, because I like his. It's like kind of upbeat and it's just very like high energy again, which I keep saying high. I sound like Donald Trump at this point. It's very low energy tonight, Jeb Bush. No. Oh, you're high energy tonight, Jeb Bush. I like it tonight. I can't believe that he's the president, but still. Fuck all of you people who are like, he's not my president. I hate you people. It's like you're the kind of people who like, you would play a game of chess and you'd lose, and then you'd be like, well, no, it's not fair. It's not fair. That's like that rule's not fair. And it's like, you can't complain about the outcome of the game after you've played the game. You could, if you were there beforehand and you were going the electoral college is bullshit, like and all rioting about that throughout all of Obama's term as well, then I would feel for you. But it's the fact that you won. It's the fact that you didn't complain until the results came out that upset me. I don't like it either. I don't like the fact of how the person who got the least votes, well, not the least votes, but the person who didn't get the most votes is now the president. I don't like that. But at the same time, that's the system that you have. So you better get it changed. Sorry that I just quickly paused right then, but my chair made a noise so loud I felt like I was about to go plummeting to the ground and land on my ass. So that would have been rather unenjoyable. I really need to get a new chair because my chair is just on the verge of breaking. And also, I'll give you a quick update as far as the shed studio is. That's what I'm going to start calling it now, the shed studio. As far as it's concerned, everything else pretty much except like a tiny bit is clear. So it will literally be tomorrow. I will get the rest of the stuff cleared away, at which point full force on the shed. It should be done by the end of this week, I think, okay? By the end of this week. That's what I'm going with. Oh, and also, here's a quick piece of life advice. As much as you may think that having a sunlight temperature, like color temperature bulb would be lovely in your room, getting like a 5500K bulb, just a piece of advice, it's really not. I've had one since December, and as much as it's lovely during the day, because when you turn the light on in your room, it's the same color temperature as outside, so it just basically looks like the sun is even brighter in your room. When it gets to basically any time 2 hours before you're trying to go to sleep, it just keeps you awake and keeps you quiet, which is great if you've got it in like an office or something. But if you've got it in your bedroom like I have, then it just means that getting to sleep is real difficult, because you got all that blue light, which is apparently like the devil for sleeping. Just really inhibits melatonin production, apparently. Again, I don't know. I'm just relying on professionals, in air quotes, because, you know, I'm just believing that they are informed enough and intelligent enough to make these decisions for me and to tell me what is what. Because what do I know in this world? And I mean, realistically, what do they know? But they know more than me, and that's all that matters. But this is probably going to sum up this episode. Hopefully, the next one that I record will hopefully be in the shed studio, and maybe even an intro song. Those are two ridiculous requirements that probably aren't going to be met, but maybe they will be. Who knows? Actually, the intro song is almost definitely not going to happen by the next episode, because I'm going to hopefully record one in the next 2 months, and that's probably how long it's going to be before I get an intro song, because it'll be like that long before I can be bothered to put in the effort to find somebody or to learn to do it myself, or to find somebody I know who can do it for me for free. So it's going to be like 2 months before I'm making the effort to do that. And as far as the shed's concerned, sure, I might get it cleared by the end of this week, but at that point I need to buy a desk, which sure I can get for like £10 from IKEA. I need to buy a chair, which sure again I can get from £10 from IKEA, so I could buy both of those this week. But the one key thing that I am missing is cables. I need to be able to move. Let's just say I need to be able to have a USB hub out there, power cords out there, and a really long DVI cable, or a really long HDMI cable. A really long HDMI cable long enough to reach the shed costs £20. A really long USB cable to reach the shed costs another £20. And a power extension cord of that length is £10. That's £50. Which means that sure, I could have the studio set up. Well, I could have everything I need to have the studio in there by the 14th. I'm not going to have everything I need to be able to power it until about the 28th, if not the 4th of July. Sorry, the 4th of August. So the 28th to the 4th of August, that's when it should be 100% done. But any time before that, it's just kind of optimistic goals, which hopefully will pan out, but they might not. So who knows? But anyway, that's going to sum up this episode of the Depressing World podcast. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know down in the comments below, and check me out on Podbean if I have a link in the description. If I don't, then hound me in the comments and be like, when are you going to do that Podbean thing, boy? Which I probably actually won't do until August anyway, because I need to save money for the studio. But, you know, fuck me, I'm alright. Anyway, see you in the next one.